Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. They don't show this a lot on Instagram, but this is a lot of work. So I don't want to disturb Anthony. It is 6 a.m. And I'm about to get started on my second attempt at making a fiberglass mold. This is again an advanced mold, not something that a beginner would probably try. And it's not because it's not easy. It is actually very straightforward, like I explained in my first video. However, it's extremely tedious. The fiberglass itches like crazy. I don't know why I'm doing it. All I know is it's something that could last forever. Unlike a plaster mold that could get chipped, cracked, broken, a fiberglass mold, when done correctly, ends up lasting for as long as you need it. I've got myself completely set up. You can see here. I'm going to show you guys basically the whole process. I'll just do a little bit less in depth. The first time I did my corset, my silicone corset, you guys saw the whole thing. In this one, you guys will just see little clips of everything because the first one has all the information you need for how to do this. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. They don't show this a lot on Instagram, but this is a lot of work. If you want to do something quick and you want the result immediately, and you're going to do like, I don't know, 10 to 20 positive molds within your negative mold in the next week, just do a plaster. Let me show you guys where I'm at right now. And sorry for the YouTube in the background, but this is like the only way I can keep myself sane. So that is the complete, and it's a little surprise over there. Close up, you could see the popsicle sticks that I used at the beginning. Now they're kind of just sticking out. So I think I estimated quite well. Like, you can still see the edges. On this one, no. So that might be a bit of a uh-oh. But over here, it's pretty good. And then of course we have the larger sticks, which I don't think have really done much for me, but I don't know if it will turn out the way I want it to turn out, but I tried. When all this is done, I will turn it over and do a reveal today. And then I'm going to also try to clean out the rest of the clay because it's a lot of clay in there. The good thing about this one versus my corset top is I actually melted every piece together with this clay sculpture. I'm trying to cause myself less headaches afterwards. So from this process, from this molding process, checking for glass, I would say I need to practice my ratios. I feel like I ran out of my epoxamite a little bit too soon. There is some still there, but I feel like I didn't do the right amount. I feel like I wasted a lot of part B. The other thing is I needed more fiberglass than I thought. The fiberglass itself, like I predicted, wonderful, versus the loose hair fiberglass, nightmare. I swear there's fiberglass in my pants. I need to shower, so. And any other lessons learned? No. Have plenty of paper cups, not paper, plastic cups. Have plenty of gloves. This is my trash pile under there. And here's some paper cups here that I used. Every single cup has to be tossed. Every single popsicle stick has to be tossed. I hate it because in my soul, I don't like to waste anything. Nothing that even anybody classifies as garbage. So part of me wants to break down all of it and make art out of it, but I know I don't have time for it, so it's gonna go in the trash, which sucks much. If you look at this, for example, this, I think it's dry now. Okay, yeah, so this is epoxy in here, and that's epoxy as well. You can see it's orange. I used way too much of part B. If it's orange like that, oh my God, no. It should be light yellow, like healthy pea. You know, you just drank some water and had a sandwich. That should be the color of the thing. I did like orange, it heated up, it started steaming. It was insane. So yeah, that's the end of that. I think that's the lessons learned. I did better this time. It took me 6 hours. Last time it took me 8 hours, but also this time maybe it could have taken me 4.5 hours, but if you have a normal body, you don't have a disability, it could take you 4.5 hours. But this time I decided to take like 15-minute breaks minimum, and I took 4 of those, I think 3 to 4, to rest my back in between so I don't feel terrible. And I'm gonna go do another one because now it's wet and it just needs to be dry, and I don't really have to do anything else. I forget what the cure time is. 8 hours. So I don't think I'll be able to clean out the mold today, unfortunately. I have to wait till tomorrow. Things I learned. My disability needs to be considered. My back is killing me, specifically looking down. So I'm not in a phenomenal mood right now, but I'm just going to document the things I've learned so that you guys have these mistakes that you can jot down and try not to make them yourself. Eventually, I will use this window to put my mistakes, like my reminders, my tips, so that I don't forget during the process. Make sure your mold, if you did it like me, where you try to conserve your materials, like you can see, I did specifically the outline of the turtles. I did not do a full box. To me, that's a complete waste of materials. Don't need to do that. But if you have a frame like this where you just do the outline of your mold, make sure that you have something that can stabilize your mold. You can see there, so that the silicone is not running in one direction. Obviously that would cause a problem. Make sure that you have all your pieces of mesh cut up and ready to go. I forgot to do that entirely. I did one piece thinking it was going to be like my corset, where, you know, I lay down the silicone and then I just put the mesh over and we're done. But completely forgot to do that. So that's my second mistake / tip. Third, have more cups and popsicle sticks than you expect, because this massacre here was not simple. I do have extra cups. I do have extra popsicle sticks. Sorry for the camera. I'm so tired. But I got close to running out there. I had to be more conservative near the end, and I don't want to have to think about that next time. I'd rather just know I have a lot ready to go. 4, make sure that for your silicone, you have a measuring cup to measure out the silicone. You can see this is kind of wet. It's because I did a horrible way of managing it. I should have done something different, but in the moment, because I already started, and when you start with silicone, you can't really stop. You have to just go. This took me 2 hours to do. Total time from making the mold, not from making the sculpture. I don't know how long it took me making the sculpture. No clue. I didn't calculate that, but from the mold till now, 11 hours. I just thought of something else I just missed. I need to do one, or maybe I'll just attach it with Silpoxy, but I need to do an attachment here so that I can put this over my neck. But that aside, there's another live mistake. So tip wise, any hardware store that has these paint sticks, these are fantastic for prying open the mold itself. And make sure that you have a nice surface that does not absorb water readily. But basically, when you have a surface that is practically waterproof, but not waterproof, just something that is sealed, as soon as you get air under the epoxy will just snap off. If you have a surface that absorbs moisture very quickly, the epoxy will go right in it and it'll be into your mold or into your sculpture, so just don't bother. How you doing, girl? For cleaning out the mold, I forgot to get my solvent, my paint thinner, my Canadian version of naphtha. You know what, though? I don't find it to be highly effective the way people talk about it. Like they're like, oh my god, it works, it's like magic. It works, but after you put in effort, like a lot of effort and energy. And I feel like no one's actually saying that. It dissolves. I can see it dissolves because the liquid goes from clear to like a brownish, the color of the clay. But it's not a fantastic process. It is thoroughly annoying. You see this? That piece there? I don't know where the other piece is. It's under there. Over here. See this? Yeah, it broke from hacking away. I was hacking and hacking and hacking away, and I broke it. I broke 3 of them. So make sure you don't get cheap tools from Michaels. It's cheap. Michaels is cheap. That's the best way I can describe that. Cheap, not cost-wise, quality-wise. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it now. It is 1 hour and 15 minutes for curing, but I'm gonna leave it for the next 2.5 hours because I'm gonna go eat and relax, and I have to recline, or else I'm going to have an episode. So yeah, that's it for me. Goodbye. Thanks for putting up with my mood right now, but I'm exhausted. It's been a long day, and tomorrow I will be in Brockville. But by the time I post this video, it will have been last Saturday, and if you missed the event, so sorry, but I hope to see you at another one. Okay, bye. I'm gonna just show you the actual creation. The turtles in the back and underneath. This is the strap that ties here in the middle. And yeah, you can see like the weight of one of them maybe is like 1.5 pounds. The reason I made it so thick is because when I started and I made them thin, I was realizing it was starting to tear, and I didn't want that to happen. So I simply just said, you know what? Let's just make it thick. It'll be a little bit heavier, but it's not so heavy where I feel like it's exhausting me. However, silicone is warm. So if you are quite the titty sweater, it's a little bit of a struggle. If you see like the next few videos, you'll see me on land in the top, and you'll see me like fanning myself. It's not just an aesthetic, it's convenience. And then this is just attached around my shoulders. And yes, if you look at the turtles closely, or if you've seen me on land, they are different colors. This is the male, this is the female. The way to know is the tail is very long for males and the tail's very short for females. And that's how we got those here. If you're wondering if I'm going to paint these, not these ones, I'm looking to get myself an airbrush eventually, but I'm going to paint the next ones that I create. I actually I like these simple personally. I'm sure it could look phenomenal when it's painted, but I like the high contrast that I have with these, and I'm very proud of how I created them. Like I don't want to add anything more to them. I feel like it's very me. So yeah, that's it for there. I'm gonna show you what it looks like on me. And basically it's a tie in the front, without getting banned from YouTube. It's a tie in the front. It's just enough really to cover the nipular areas. But then in the back, it's an extra tie, and you can tie it like a halter at the top. The only thing is I have, back issues, so I don't hook it here because otherwise it would cause a lot of pressure for me. I kind of just tie it down and into the center. And then I kind of tie it to the center. And so the turtles kind of fit like this. I'm just going to show you without tying. Kind of fits like this. And honestly, I love it. I like that they can kiss. Mwah, 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 mwah. And it's kind of like my girls being held together at the same time. And then you just take the straps here in the center, which are technically attached to just below the head of each side. So I just tie in the middle, and basically I tie up, not out. The reason is because this way it requires a lot of tension. This way it just kind of pulls in directly, and then the lovers can kiss. And that's kind of the point. I did use a lot of silicone, so it's a little bit on the heavier side, but it kind of helps for sinking underwater, which is quite nice. So I'll kind of show you out here. Ta-da. So in the front, at the side. Oh, and the legs, they kind of flap under the armpit sometimes, so I just hook like this, and then I don't have an issue. Like so. Like so. The straps are pretty secure. I would just like readjust these so you see that the difference. But this is how it would really be, how it would really sit on me, and it keeps my breasts pretty secure. Shake it. Turtles kind of hide everything, which is quite nice, but truly love it. If you want to move past the fantasy and truly build your own path as a wild water warrior or a mythic creator, I'd love to welcome you into the Mermaid Warrior Academy. On my website, mermadetales.ca, I've built a private, slow-paced curriculum for current and curious merfolk. While my public videos are more about sharing the beauty of this lifestyle, the Academy is where we dive deep into the exact step-by-step blueprints, covering everything from deep diving physics and cold water safety to the precise technical mechanics of silicone crafting. It's a quiet, supportive community for those who want to safely master the water. I'll leave the link in the description below, and I hope to see you inside.